New England Patriots are heavy favorites at the moment to win the Super Bowl. Why do you guys think that is? Why do you think that they're going to be the ones to host their 7th Lombardi Trophy this fall?
Well, CJ, first and foremost, I think that while it may not be why they are the Super Bowl favorites this year with that monster of an offense, but I really think that a very key piece to this 2019-2020 Patriots team is their defense. The Steelers in Week 1 went into Foxborough thinking that it was going to be a very high-scoring game, and that is not what they got. The Patriots defense held them to just 3 points in Week 1, and then in Week 2 held the Dolphins, who, yeah, I know, they're not exactly a powerhouse team or even a good team at that, but they did hold them to 0 points, and you can't do any better than that. So I really do think that with this Patriots defense this year, they have looked better than any Patriots defense at the start of a year in any of their Super Bowl years, or any of their years with Tom Brady at that. I mean, this offense, we know they're going to show up all regular season and in the postseason, and we know that even with injuries, they're going to find ways to win games. But I think the reason why they should be the Super Bowl favorites is because of that defense.
I'll give you 2 reasons that the Patriots should be favored to win the Super Bowl. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Tom Brady comes in here with 20 years of NFL experience. That's unmatched by any other quarterback right now. He is 42 years old. He's playing like he's 25. He has a vast knowledge of NFL defenses that can't be matched. Tom Brady, they say he's like a coach on the field. I mean, you can't produce a better quarterback mind than what Tom Brady has, and he makes those tight throws, again, like he's playing at 25. Then there's Bill Belichick. He's undisputed the best coach of all time. He has 8 Super Bowl rings. That's more than any franchise in NFL history. He serves as head coach and GM of this team. He's the reason that they have such weapons on offense and such weapons on defense, and he's the one that plans it all together. Those 2 people are the reason that the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yes, Josh, you're absolutely correct. The defense is phenomenal. And CJ, I agree with you. Best QB coach to do of all time. But the real reason they're going to win the Super Bowl, the same reason they've won 6 Super Bowls already. It's their offense. It always has been, always will be. Their offense is ridiculous, and it's probably the best offense Tom Brady's ever played with, and Bill Belichick's ever coached. All right, you can see the obvious thing, the standouts, the stars, the receivers, the running backs. Take a look at the offensive line for a second. Teddy Wynn, 2018 first-round pick, has looked phenomenal. Was out all season last year due to injury. Now has a little turf toe, out 2 to 3 weeks, but that is very, very minor. The line has looked fantastic, and Teddy Wynn has looked great, and he'll be a key asset for the future. Other 2018 first-round pick, Sony Michel, out of Georgia, his teammate. Sony Michel has looked phenomenal too, rushing for 85 yards and a touchdown last week off 21 carries. Mm-hmm. That is great numbers, and he proved that he can be a workhorse back, and he will be for the future, and he's going to be an elite running back. When the Pats need a change of pace running back, they go to James White, the second best pass-catching back in the league, only behind Tariq Cohen. White he won the Super Bowl. He literally had the game-winning touchdown for the Super Bowl against the Falcons, and he's proved to be clutch at all times when he needs to be. Now, look at the receivers. Best receiving corps in the league, one of the best all-time, honestly. Antonio Brown, undisputed second-best wide receiver in the league, is only being paid $15 million. That is an economic bargain for the Patriots. No way would they be able to get that deal if it wasn't a 1 year and under the circumstance that is today. Who else? Josh Gordon, Flash Gordon as they call him. And they call him Flash for good reason, because of his speed. The 2013 receiving champion, having the most yards ever, or not ever, but in 2013. And there's good reason. I mean, he's had his outside the field problems, but when he's on the field, he's tremendous. He's fantastic. And he's a real problem for defensive coordinators. The absence of Rob Gronkowski has gone so unnoticed because look at the team. I mean, they scored 76 points through 2 weeks. The Steelers' defense is good. The Dolphins, no. But the Steelers is good, 33 points, and they should not be able to do that through 2 weeks. If the Patriots aren't hoisting the Lombardi Trophy on February 2nd, I don't know who will.
Yeah, and if it's all right, can I just add something in real quick? I mean, I completely agree with you both, CJ and Aiden. Their offense is unbelievable. But at the end of the day, in the AFC Championship game, when they're playing Kansas City, who has an offense that can really go punch for punch with the New England Patriots, it's going to be their defense that needs to step up to really just contain Patrick Mahomes. He's a great quarterback. I mean, one of the best we've seen in our generation. But, I mean, that defense is really going to have to step up against him if they want to have a good chance of, I mean, obviously they do have a good chance, but if they really want to secure that Super Bowl spot and then eventually win the Super Bowl, because that Chiefs offense is scary as well as the Patriots offense. And you don't want to have such a close game like they did last year with the Chiefs.
Well, I mean, there's a reason that the Patriots defense is so good, and it's because they have a former defensive coordinator under Bill Parcells who won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants back in the 80s, some of the best defensive teams this league has ever seen, in Bill Belichick as their head coach. He's a defensive-minded coach. He creates great game plans, and he's the reason that the Patriots have beat Kansas City both times they played them last year with that Mahomes-led offense.
I mean, it's going to be a great game, but it's going to be an offensive shootout. I know it, you know it, everyone knows it. The score it was in the 30s last year, the AFC Championship game, went to OT. It'll happen again. I mean, the defense, they can hold them for a little bit, but you're not stopping Patrick Mahomes, Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Damian Williams. The list goes on forever. You're going to hold them for a little bit, you can contain them, but you're not going to stop them. It's as simple as that.
We may not be able to stop them, but at the same time, no one can say that the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl this year. I think at this point it's pretty much undisputed that the Patriots will be representing the AFC in the Super Bowl, and I'm waiting until someone can prove me wrong on that.
Completely agree.